if you want a campaign and you just hate the plain one-liner email, like you want it to just look aesthetically pleasing, but over here where this says basic, it says something about advanced when you first go in here, you can go in there and change all of your templates to be prettier or to have your social media icons at the bottom of every single email you send out. This is easy once you've played with it and you figure it out. It's real easy to do. It's just literally drag, drop, fill in.
One of the things one question that I have is that this is all email, and obviously people are looking at email these days, but how did you get your folks trained to do this? And does this have analytics to tell you who opens it?
So it doesn't tell you for each email you send out, like 5 people opened it or anything like that. However, say you have someone in your CRM and you click on them. Say I have Billy Joe Bob, and he's been looking at 10 houses because he shows up under my dashboard all the time. And I just want to see what's going on with him. I can click on him, bring up his whole page in our database, and I can see if he's open every weekly email or if he's opening his searches that are coming to him. I can see where his clicks are coming from. So it's not, you can't see it as a whole from this one email. You have to actually click on each person from your CRM. So now that you can see like this one's completed, here I would just go to my YouTube and like open another tab, and I'd go to my YouTube page, and then I would just copy and paste a video link in here under the URL. And then it would, once I click out of it, it would upload it over here. And then here's where I would put, I can show you, I would go on Canva and create my stats for the week. And I have it to be a little bit more specific to different areas. I do it by county. And then since I live in Hutto, I give Hutto its own little market update. And you can just click insert, and then it puts the picture in here. And then the same with the events. Here I have it as a text block to go in and add the events. But say I don't want to do that. Say I want to attach a PDF in there from, or a picture PDF from, you know, the events that my title company gave me. I can delete that text block. And then I can just go in here, put a row back in there, and drag over image, and then click on it. If you already have it saved into kvCORE, it'll be down here. If it's something that you need to upload, you'll have to click on upload, and then you'll have to go find it on your computer. November events, and I can insert that. And then it's just an image that they can see. Here, I put open houses, and I, again, on Canva, created an open house flyer. Here you go. And then you can just insert your open house flyer. And then here's where I'm saying this is what it would look like. I did active listings. I can put the address in here. You can do your button and everything. That's once you go to do it, but cancel. I'm not going to save that. I want to show y'all where to actually click now. So if you go back to all marketing and you scroll down, it says schedule mass email. Click get started, and then you hit schedule email. And you're gonna go to template.
Okay, I do want to mention, so we're short on time here a little bit. I want to mention a couple things. So there are a lot of videos out there that will help train this. So this is giving you guys a good kind of walkthrough in the visual, but on kvCORE, and it's on, so if you're on any main page in kvCORE, I think it's the bottom left-hand corner in the menu, it says support and training. And I promise you there's a video, or you could go to YouTube and type in kvCORE newsletter, and it will walk through another version of exactly what Dixie is doing. So this is out there. Remember, the goal is to get some quality and consistent content out there with your database. And it doesn't have to be, Dixie's got some great long stuff out there, but she also sends out some short stuff. And if you watch the newsletters that roll into your email address and pay attention to the ones that you actually read, that catch your attention. People will watch a short little video. If you put a video in there, make it like less than 30 seconds kind of thing, just a quick, but they like to see your face, and you'll have higher watch statistics on that. People love pretty houses. So, and those links will make sure when you're putting house links in that they're the links direct to your kvCORE website. You don't want it to be a link to MLS or realtor.com or something. The idea is if they click on this stuff, these folks they're coming into your funnel. So those are just really some of the basics.
Okay, here where it says send email to, you can click who you're going to send it to in your database. So you can either, I'm not really sure what that one does. If you have hashtags, you can go in here and put the hashtags that you have if you only want it to send out to those groups. I usually use this one, and because I want it to go to everyone, and I go in here and I click what I want it to go to everyone. So I don't care what they are set as in my thing, but I want it to go out to my entire database. So I click sphere, prospect, whatever. But if you only want it to go out to one of these, you could just select that one. Over here, you're going to click the date and time you want it to set. So if you want to create this on Monday or 2 weeks or 3 weeks ahead of time, and then you can go in here and say, I want it to be sent out the last Monday of the month, click OK. And I want it to go out at 8 a.m., 12 o'clock noon, whatever time you want it to go out. And then here's where I was saying, if you already have your email signature set up, you just toggle that button over and it will automatically add your email signature in here. And then you can hit schedule. And then it will show up here in this mass email, and it'll tell you like there's no green check mark here, so it has not been sent yet. So you can go in here and edit this, or you can go in here and delete it, and then at the last Monday of the month at whatever time I selected, it'll send it all out. And then once it goes out, it'll see a little green check mark here.
So do you do this every week, Dixie, or do you do a bunch of them so that you have it for like the month of December, the month of January, the month of, I mean, obviously there's some things you're going to add to it, but do you have your basic stuff that you're just really dragging and dropping really quick? I
send it out every week. I was sending out a long one every week, and then I realized they're not getting viewed that much. I now send out a short one every week that just has my video and me talking about the weekly update. And through YouTube, I can see the stats on those videos, and they're getting clicked on a lot more now that it's just short. Cool. So once a month, I send out a long one with, whatever events are happening for that month and everything else that I want them to see and know. And then the rest of the weeks of the month, it's just a one video, and that's it.
What is your YouTube? Is it just under Dixie Putzier?
I think, yeah, Down Home with Dixie.
How did you import, or what is the best way you would recommend to get a database imported and then making sure it has that it's a sphere or it's a client or it's a new lead? Is there any trick? Or do I hand type it?
I think kvCORE will load it in. If you have a list, kvCORE will load in your stuff, and then you, I think, have to categorize it, or maybe you don't. I don't know. It's but in the very beginning, a long time ago, which I haven't used kvCORE, I was able to send my database to them, and they loaded it up. I learned a lot of my stuff from Sylvia Dana. So, if you're just really wanting to embrace kvCORE, she's a good resource. She does cost money, but she's not that expensive, and she will actually set everything.
Let me comment on that. Sylvia has a bunch of free stuff, and she has stuff you can pay for.
She does.
If you go to the Win group in Workplace, one of the pinned posts, there's about 4 pinned posts, and one of those is all kvCORE resources and Sylvia Dana resources. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a really good reference. Hey, Dixie, I think you did a great job, and it helps you learn it more. I mean, you really did, and you've piqued all of our interests. We'll be able to watch the recording. There are more recordings on Sylvia's, on kvCORE, on YouTube. There's there's a lot of stuff out there. And sometimes it helps to watch, you might watch 2 or 3 different videos to find the one that's like, oh, this is the one I like the best, and I'm gonna nail this. And just like initially just time block it, like couple hours, get yourself a good solid template going and run a test, and then keep moving. You can improve it later. Who are my perfectionists in the group? I know you're here. Who are they? Melanie's given the evil eye. Okay, so perfectionists, beware. Beware of your tendency to be slower to execute than everybody else, right? I'm seeing some nods. We can relate. So Dixie, this is great. I'm proud of you for putting it out there and using it regularly as a tool. It makes so much sense.